On KISS 98.5, Janet Snyder and Nicholas Pickles at Children's Hospital as we do it all again.
And we're doing it this morning. We're kicking off a power hour, and that is a time that we give to get 25 Miracle Makers. Miracle Maker is someone that gives $15 a month for 12 months, and you sign up by calling 882-5477. Easy as that. Just pick up the phone, call, tell them you want to be a Miracle Maker. 882-5477. This power hour is going to be dedicated to our next guest in our KISS Cares for Kids studios.
One of my favorite doctors in the house, Dr. Lee. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm going to start with the patient first, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
So, Lauren, take Dr. Lee's microphone. You can take Dr. Lee's microphone. And I feel like you should you tell me, Lauren, why you have come to Women and Children's Hospital, because I see a beautiful seventh grader?
Yeah.
From Frontier Middle School. I see you sitting in front of me. I can't imagine what your story is, because it looks like everything's fine to me.
Well, when I was a baby, I had meningitis, and then now I had a tumor last year in January on my brain stem, and then I had 2 more surgeries in the summer, and now I'm fine.
And now you're fine.
And now you're fine.
And that's what we as moms, we always want to hear, that everything's going to be okay. You know that, right? What does it feel like to have a brain tumor?
I don't really know. It just felt like I wasn't myself in the morning, and then I don't really know how it felt like.
It's not like a bump or anything you feel, like you don't feel it in your head, but the doctor tells you it's there.
Yeah.
Was it scary when you came to Children's Hospital and you knew something might be wrong? Did you?
Well, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what was going on because I was kind of out of it.
What was the best part of what you went through, and what was the worst part?
The worst part was the surgery, and the best part was not throwing up.
Was that part of having the tumor was making you feel sick, or from the surgery?
No, after the surgery.
Okay.
That happens sometimes, doesn't it? And so all better now.
Yeah.
You're a brave young woman. You know that, right?
Thanks.
All right, I have to talk to your mom. How would you, Mary Kay, possibly know that something was wrong with your daughter?
Well, like she said, she had problems when she was a baby, and she had a shunt. So we were always on the lookout for signs that she might be malfunctioning. So she was throwing up in the morning, and she had a terrible headache, and she was very tired. So my husband and I got real nervous and brought her in, and that's what we thought was happening, that she had a problem with her shunt. And Dr. Lee was there, and he told us that it was much worse, that she had this tumor on her brainstem, and he had to do immediate surgery. And everything was successful. She was touch and go for a while, but if he wasn't here, she probably wouldn't be alive.
We talk about taking it for granted, and you never want to take it for granted that your kid's going to be great or that they'll be able to fix it at the hospital, but you want to make sure there's a talent, there's someone that knows what they're doing, a skill like Dr. Lee, and then on top of that the hospital has the equipment that Dr. Lee needs to work on a child like Lauren, and that's why we want people to call in, be a Miracle Maker, to make sure those elements are in place. You can do that by calling 882-5477. You didn't take it for granted. You knew Dr. Lee.
I knew Dr. Lee, and I trusted him, with my daughter. And, I just prayed and hoped that she would have a good outcome. And he was here, and I trusted him. And thank God this hospital is here, or she probably, wouldn't be alive today.
You're shaking.
I know.
I have to hug you. Don't shake. Do you still worry?
I worry, yeah. I worry. I try not to.
Is it because there's two kinds of worry? Because it's Mother's Day weekend, so we have the worry because we just worry.
It's just basic mom worry.
Like why we're given this gift of worry, and then there's worry. What level are we at? Worry 0.5?
Probably lower than medium worry. Okay.
Okay.
It's
Lauren,
getting
would you
getting
like
better.
to analyze how much worry your mom has about you?
Well, not as much, thank God. I actually get to go places.
You
now.
do. Good. What does she let you do now?
Well, I go to the mall with my friends.
Right.
And sometimes I go bowling.
Okay.
Oh, and I go to a lot of places with my grandma.
Nice. Sounds like you have a cool grandma.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have to talk to the doctor. Is that cool? So Dr. Lee, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you, Janet?
I'm excited about what we are building over on Main Street.
I think we all are. This is a monumentous step forward for all of us.
What, in your perspective, when you look to build a new hospital, what's important?
I think providing us with a facility that allows us to deliver the best care we can to the children in this area. Certainly, there's no population in our community that is more deserving of that.
The children.
The children.
Why are child patients so special to you?
I firmly believe that children are what God has given us to have our future, to treasure, to love, to raise, and to make sure that they turn out to the kind of people we want them to be.
And you have those skills to fix and save a child and work miracles on children.
Skills that were given to me from higher above.
Yeah. Why does it seem like there's so many brain tumors?
Brain tumors are actually the most common solid tumors in kids, so they're not all that unusual.
Okay.
They're fairly common.
And the equipment that our amazing listeners have helped to buy over the years. By the way, if you're listening right now, the number to call to help us do more good work, 882-5477. How has that helped you as a doctor?
Helps us immensely. Technology has come technology in our field has come such a long way that it has enhanced our ability to do things that we weren't necessarily able to do as well or as neatly as we can now. So all the things that have been purchased through your listeners and through your efforts have helped us immensely through the years.
882-5477. When you talk about it being neatly, is that because in the brain you go a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right and you might hit something that you need?
Yeah, you rely on your GPS very well.
Right, exactly. Could you explain that a little bit more?
Well, the brain is fairly compact in how it's designed and how it functions, so you want to preserve the function of the brain, yet accomplish the task you set yourself out to do. That is, if there's a tumor there, you want to take the tumor out in its entirety without injuring the brain, or at least keeping those effects to a minimum.
How awesome is it that the new Children's Hospital will be near the Gates Vascular Institute, because it's so much neurosurgery, neurology.
It's all connected.
It's all connected, and that, in addition to the medical school being on the same campus, will really enhance our ability to build programs, and I think most importantly will allow us to be attractive to people who are looking for jobs, physicians, other healthcare providers. So it allows us to retain and recruit the healthcare workers.
How many surgeries do you do a week?
Probably 5-ish on average.
And they last how long, each one?
They vary.
Sometime average length.
3 hours.
That's a long time for somebody to be in surgery, isn't it?
Lauren was longer.
Really? She gave you trouble?
No, it was sizable growth.
Uh-huh.
What do you feel when you look at Lauren?
16 hours?
When you look at Lauren sitting here, just a normal 7th grader, what goes through your mind?
I'm thankful that we were able to do what we did, and that things turned out the way they did.
882-5477. That's the number to call. What are we hoping to be able to purchase this year through the Radiothon?
Well, we need so much with the new hospital, so whatever we have available, we'll put it to good use, I can promise you that.
Some of the gear that you've gotten in the past, I know that Zeiss microscope is critical with a lot of the work. The mapping system, like you said, the GPS for the brain, this is some of the equipment that our listeners, just by calling and being a miracle maker at 882-5477, that they've helped to buy. This is critical.
Absolutely, and it will be things like that are always are crucial to how we do things here and the successes that we have.
Can I just brag a little bit about this Radiothon?
Please do.
The Stryker Navigational System, the Zeiss Microscope, construction of the new Neuro Operating Room, the Miniature Access Surgery Unit upgrade, the CT scanner, an upgrade of an orthopedic spinal surgery suite, an endoscope, a GE navigation system, and the Neuro OR at the new hospital is our current goal.
Sounds like a deal to me.
I think so too. Isn't that awesome? But it's because it saves lives, and that's what's amazing. And now I understand more. I didn't realize kids get more brain tumors. Is it because they're growing faster?
No, no one really knows why. But in terms of, if you look at the types of tumors that affect children, behind leukemia is another blood type of cancers. The brain tumors are the most common solid tumors in kids.
Let me ask you this as a doctor. Doing what you do, are you ever envious when you just see people without a care in the world? Do you know what I mean? Like you see people and they're not worrying about anything, and you've got the patients at the hospital that you have to worry about every day. You know, you have the cases that you work on. When you see someone just running around, is it from a doctor's standpoint? Does it make you envy the carefree
Are you happy
nature?
that they're having a good time?
No, because I look at kids like Lauren, and I'm thankful for helping her, being able to help her.
All right, Lauren, I'm going to let you get the last word on this. So your mom still worries about you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not as much.
That's good. What are you going to do for Mother's Day?
Well, I don't really know, because last year I gave her a gift card to Tim Hortons and a gift card for a manicure or a pedicure.
That's
So,
Wait, did you use them?
score.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
so I don't really know what to get her this year.
If you were to tell your mom, like if you were a human card right now, and you wanted to wish your mom a happy Mother's Day and tell her all the reasons you love her, can you do that? So it started with Dear Mom.
Dear Mom, thank you, and happy Mother's Day.
Very
nice card.
nicely done. And let me go to the mall and stay out later, right? Was that other things that I said? All right. I know you told us your favorite song was Christina Aguilera, correct?
Yeah.
So we dedicate this one to you, Lauren, and stay healthy, okay?
It is Lauren's Power Hour right now to call for Lauren, who's, again, you're in what, 7th grade?
Yep.
All right, and you like going to the mall?
Yeah.
All right, so if you know someone like that, if you maybe go to the mall and have a good time and like to have fun with your friends. I see you got friends here as well.
No, that's my sister.
That's your sister's hanging out? So you get to go hang out with your sister. For Lauren and her friends and her sisters, call now. Be a miracle maker. It's Lauren's Power Hour. The number to call is 882-5477. Before we play the song, Lauren, can you give me that phone number? 882-5477. What's the number?
882-5477.
I feel so bad. I feel like the sister didn't give the number. Who's the sister? Are you sister? Give the number. 882-5477.
882-5477.
See, that's sister love right there going on. 882-5477. It's KISS 98.5.
882-5477. Please tell her to help the kids.